I'm Mark Ramsey. I'm sitting here opposite Blair and Cordell Gleason. They are the proprietors, the big kahunas of a company called Zambig. That's ZAMBIG.com. Welcome, guys.
Thank you. Thank you very much for having us.
Now, Zambig is a company that has some interesting functionality and a new app that has a lot of potential for broadcasters and a lot of power for broadcasters. Can you talk about this app? Right now it's called Song Request Line.
Yeah.
Tell us what it does and why it does it.
Well, we're radio guys, and we came from radio, worked in radio for some of the big companies like Clear Channel and CBS Radio for about 10 years. And we love radio, we love the medium. We're also music guys growing up in Southern California and being able to go to high school with band members of Sublime and elementary school with some of the band members of the Foo Fighters. So we really love music and music discovery. And one of the things that we found by working with radio is that there's a lot of new technology coming out right now, and radio is grasping some and not others. So we came up with some technology, and we've built some technology that allows listeners to really interact with the radio station in different ways, like requesting a song, sending a message with your own voice to a DJ, and having that DJ or on-air talent send a message back to you, and that's basically how Song Request Line works. Yeah, so I mean, we did a campaign in Las Vegas with Beasley Broadcasting on their alternative rock station. It was really exciting because this was when it was a web app, but we tested some of the functionality that is now in the mobile app, and it was really exciting because I actually put my cell phone number down, and we got a lot of calls back from listeners, users, that they were so excited to be able to interact with the radio station and participate with what the radio station was doing and really become part of it. They felt like they were part of the radio station. It was really exciting. One of the neat things that a lot of the alternative rock stations and music stations have is that the listeners really feel like they're a part of the radio station. They feel like they know the station, they trust the station for music. So they were really excited about using our technology as a new way to interact with stations. One of the big values to the radio station is that what we've been seeing in radio is that a lot of the radio stations are trying to play more and more music and having less DJ chatter or DJ talk on air. And what our technology really does is allows the radio station to create a conversation and extend their brand outside of being on air, and it creates more inventory that's sellable to the radio station.
So really, let's go back to the beginning on this. So I'm a listener, I'm interested in interacting with the radio station in some way, talking to the DJ, if you will, maybe requesting a song. So I download Song Request Line, which is an iPhone app and other platforms?
Soon to be Android, but iPhone solely right now.
Okay, so I download the app, I pick the song I'm interested in requesting, send that to, the platform allows me to send it to the station via the Facebook page, all very simple, right?
Right.
Potentially with an audio, with my voice, talking about why I'm interested in that song.
Yes. Correct.
All post to the Facebook page for the station. The DJ is able to respond to it with audio or
audio or text.
Or text. So it creates a level of interaction that frankly gives a reason to be for the Facebook page, right? Because so many stations are confused about what the heck they're going to do with those things.
Yeah. Right.
So it creates a level of interaction. It creates a level of interaction beyond the confines of the radio station and beyond the confines of the Facebook page.
And it's a real value to the radio stations because it really shows that, hey, this is your station. This is not Pandora or Slacker. They're not just a computer picking songs for you, but it's actual people, and that's the real value. It shows the brand of that radio station and lets that brand extend to the listener and it lets the listener feel like that they're cared about by the radio station, because there's nothing in Pandora or Slacker that really allows any type of branding or interaction of that other than the music. But with our song request line app, it's so much more than just requesting a song. It's really the interaction of the voice and
the personality
and the branding of that personality, because so many times we've seen Facebook posts by on-air talent and DJs that they have to actually put who they are at the end for the Facebook fans to know who it is. But with our application, they can just use their voice, and the listener can listen to it and know exactly who responded and say, wow, that was amazing. You know, Hillary from 94.9.
It's a voice relationship to begin with, right? So you're perpetuating that voice relationship. You're taking it to a new platform. And the other thing is, stations love to talk about the importance of local. Well, what does local mean? It doesn't mean a local mailing address. It means people present, right? And ideally people behind the mic present.
Right.
So if those people are present, I should be able to interact with them, thus providing the extra value that makes radio instead of Pandora, instead of Slacker, instead of instead of Spotify, right?
Right. And then, a couple other neat features of our app are that when the DJ responds, it sends that listener a push notification right on their phone, similar to a text message, that tells them that, hey, you've gotten a response from the radio station. They can go back and listen to that response and really feel that station cares about them.
So it's a long way from the days when you'd have to call the radio station for a request, wait on hold forever, and maybe get answered, and the answer is, yeah, we'll get to that, and that kind of thing. Now it allows you to just en masse a whole lot more people interact with a whole lot more people behind the mic, and create that interaction and use that interaction for the betterment of the brand and the consumer and the advertiser, right?
Right, exactly. And the neat thing with the song request line is we are playing with that terminology a little bit, because if you actually call into a radio station, nobody answers the phone, maybe somebody at the front desk. But you can't get through to the DJ. Mm-hmm. But the way that people interact on social media is it's usually, everybody does it at their own time. And we have a lot of relationships with DJs, and we've talked to them, and they say, we're on Facebook. That's where we are. That's why we're not answering the phone. Mm-hmm. And so it's a quicker way to get through to them and get a message to them. And then they respond back, when they have a break from a show that they're doing or a chance to, do a voice message.
So even though the name of the thing right now is Song Request Line, your aspiration and where you're headed is to create a two-way dialogue with the talent behind the mic that is beyond the radio station parameters and beyond the simple kind of text thing that you find on any old Facebook page, right?
Right, absolutely. And that's something that we've seen a lot of radio stations struggle with. We've noticed, we've done a lot of studying on the music radio stations as well as different types of radio stations and how they use Facebook. And it seems like they're really struggling with what to put on there, what kind of content. And some stations do it really well, but relative to their listener numbers, their Facebook fan numbers are a lot less. Mm-hmm. And they're having a hard time figuring out how to do the back and forth and what is something to talk about on there, I think.
So let's talk about the advertiser angle. So how does the monetization piece fit in with these other pieces we've described?
Well, it's really neat because what it does is it brings off air this new interaction and it creates new content and interaction with the listener and the radio station. And then it lets the radio station monetize that through sponsorships or banner ads, and really neat ways that it gives the listener a way to see things that the internet allows you to do that the radio station can't, targeting ads, different things like that.
So, but give me an example of how that's illustrated in real terms.
In real terms, is we've actually designed it because, as Blair mentioned, we have worked with Clear Channel and CBS Radio, and they're doing an okay job of selling some of their web banner and banner inventory. And what we've seen is they've really commoditized that, and they're actually competing with Google and this just extreme excess inventory that's out there that's selling for really low CPM levels, and they're even getting revenue from Google just through their automated service. But it's pennies on the dollar, and they're not making much revenue in that area. I think the overall digital revenue for radio is 1% of their total revenue. So that's a really small amount. When you look at other medium, television is around 23%. And
newspaper is 40%.
Well, but some broadcasters have budgets to go to 40% as soon as this year, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, there's some high aspirations out there.
There's some high aspirations. But what we've done is we've created a technology and a concept that allows them to really raise the price that they sell this inventory that they already have, along with the new inventory that we're creating on Facebook and through some of the other features that we're adding to our platform.
So how is there, describe to me, what is the inventory you're creating on Facebook?
Well, the inventory we're creating on Facebook is really a concept that you bring in, and we actually have some paid advertisers now. Anheuser-Busch is one of them. We have another company that we're just about to sign a deal with, so I'm not going to say it.
Don't mention it.
But there's some really, we've created a lot of excitement around advertisers that are interested in sponsoring more of the concept around music and user interaction the way that we've laid it out. So they actually wrap all the banners, promotional announcements, and streaming spots into a package that doesn't get watered down and compete with the market CPM, but is sold and presented as a sponsorship package.
And it's not viewed as value add.
It's not value add, and that's actually...
It's something that's really desirable, so that therefore it allows
for a premium.
The rate to be a premium.
So what you're telling me is you've essentially created ideas which are attractive to advertisers, which exist in the kind of the radio sandbox beyond the radio station, where audiences and consumers and advertisers can play in the presence of your brand, right?
That's exactly it.
And we don't want to give it all away right here.
I understand. Now, right now, it's a standalone app as well as web functionality.
Yeah.
Do you have aspiration to enable the ability of any station with an existing mobile app to integrate this functionality?
Yes, we're actually in development right now with a feature that you can actually integrate right into any existing application, and it's a real simple way to use the functionality of the voice interaction with the listener and the DJ right into your existing app.
Well, all I can say is that if any broadcaster is in the broadcasting business, that's the business of monetizing relationships between consumers, advertisers, and the people behind the mic, right? The brand itself. And this is a great tool that does that across platforms. So for anybody who wants more information, what should they do?
You can send an email to info@zambig.com or directly to me at blair@zambig.com, either one.
ZAMBIG.com.
ZAMBIG.com.
Blair and Cordell, thank you guys very much.
Appreciate it.
Thank you very much, Mark. Appreciate it.